Welcome! This lesson was produced by Forge College. In our last video, Introduction to Multi-Sig Wallets, we looked at the security of a shared digital safe. Today, we're stepping out of that private vault and into the bustling world of Solana's lending markets. We are currently exploring lending, yield, and derivatives on Solana. To really master this module, you need to look under the hood and see how different lending protocols actually manage money. We are decoding 3 specific blueprints today: Kamino, MarginFi, and Solend. Whether you're a user, a developer, or you're building an automated bot, you can't interact with these apps effectively without knowing their specific architectural layouts. Imagine you have a job that requires visiting 3 different types of banks. One is a massive shared warehouse, one a maze of private offices, and the third a high-tech factory. On the Solana blockchain, these buildings represent how an application organizes its internal filing system, specifically how it tracks your deposits, your loans, and the collateral backing them up. The way a building is designed determines its front door, the specific location where your code must connect to get things done. Learning these layouts is the best way to prevent failed transactions and build reliable automation, like bots that monitor account health. First up is Solend, which we can visualize as a massive, highly efficient warehouse. Solend uses pooled reserves. This means all the funds for a specific asset, like all the Solana tokens or all the USDC, are mixed together in one giant pool, rather than being kept in individual boxes. To keep track of interest for everyone at once, Solend uses a global index. Think of it like this orange sensor in our warehouse diagram. It's a single overarching metric that updates the value for every depositor and borrower simultaneously. For a developer, this means your code mostly just needs to read that one global sensor and then execute simple instructions at the main loading dock to move money in or out. This pooled model is great because it uses very little storage on the blockchain, making it efficient for bulk moves, though it's less focused on hyper-personalized account tracking. MarginFi takes a different approach. We can think of it as a personalized, multi-room margin office. MarginFi uses per-user ledgering. Instead of one giant pool, the protocol creates a unique digital folder specifically for your account. This folder acts as your personal ledger, tracking your specific debts and collateral. Because users often borrow against several different assets at once, an automated bot checking your account health has to navigate between several of these different folders or rooms. To make this work, developers use cross-program invocations, or CPIs, internal hallways connecting the rooms. As shown in this floor plan, a bot can chain multiple steps together, visiting the ledger, checking a price source, and settling a trade, all in one seamless, unbroken visit. This granular design allows MarginFi to perform very precise math across different types of collateral, but it requires you to be very specific about which digital folders your code is touching. Kamino functions as a modular yield compounding factory, a blueprint designed for automated investment strategies. The foundation here is a central vault room that simply holds pooled assets securely. The real work happens through strategy adopters. These are like specialist subcontractors who take assets from the vault, put them to work in external liquidity pools, and bring the profits back to the factory. When you build on Kamino, you have to check the vault status to see which specific subcontractor is currently on the job before you can deposit your funds. Integrating here means coordinating these visits to the factory and accounting for profits that are often settled outside the main vault itself. Now for some practical rules. The golden rule for developers is to map out every single account and folder you need to touch before you try to send a transaction. Generally, you can use simple read-only tools to check warehouse sensors, but you must use those internal hallways, or CPIs, when your transaction needs to stay perfectly synchronized across multiple different programs. Always keep an eye on protocol upgrades. These projects can vote to change their design, which might effectively move the doors or change the hallway layout without much notice. Including version checks in your code is the only way to make sure your automation doesn't break when the protocol decides to renovate its building. To summarize, Solend is an efficient warehouse with a global sensor. MarginFi is a multi-room office with personal folders. And Kamino is a factory using subcontractors to grow assets. Now we're ready to apply the math in our next lesson. This video was brought to you by Forge College. Visit forge.college to continue your journey and explore more